So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT makes it 7-0. Now they get set to kick it away. Here we go, third down, close to the goal line. They can still get a first down without scoring. Quarterback in the shotgun here on third down. The pocket breaking down. The defense backed up against their own end zone. Through the first quarter, both quarterbacks have been lighting it up as the stats reflect. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the second quarter. The Razorbacks line it up with first and goal. Quarterback keeps the football. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. Ball moved back to the 4 for second and goal. A pre-snap motion from the offense. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Well, that's exactly what defensive coordinators love to see. You've got a quarterback that typically is known for his ability to cover, and here he shows some physical toughness by sticking his nose in there, and he comes up with a nice play in support.
Trying to throw for it on third and goal. Bringing pressure. Down he goes. A sack.
Nothing tells you more about a defense's personality than when they get tested like this. Facing a first and goal, all the way to third and goal, you come up with a sack, relentless attitude. Now let's see what they decide to do on fourth and goal.
And the Penn State offense is back out on the field. This offense scorched the defense with a lightning strike, a one-play touchdown in the last possession. Let's see if they can duplicate that magic here. That's a solid gain, moves the ball to the 29.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on first and 10.
Second down play coming up. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. He's got some room and some blockers here. Finally able to take him down, but that's a great...
And they'll take over first and 10.
Not a real good throw here.
Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. He's going to return it from near the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Penn State offense gets back on the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. Using his legs, it's Smith. Gets some space around the 30. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down. The Nittany Lions come to the line to run the hurry up. They trust the left side of that offensive line and come up with a huge play on the ground.
Yeah, your favorite, Chris, there. The old pin and pull there to the left side. Great blocking on the left side, able to create a great push. Nice crease, and the back found that with the vision and picks up some big yards for that first down.
Off the play fake on first down. Fired into a tight window and picked off. And he'll step out of bounds, but that is a huge takeaway for this defense. The offense will set up on 1st and 10. Play action fake, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. Tried to squeeze one in there, but it's incomplete. Offense getting set, second down play here. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. And this time it's complete. Brought down at the 7, but the completion moves him into scoring position. Crucial. Third down coming up in the red zone. Can you keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? In the 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. And he's got it. Touchdown, Razorbacks.
Great job here by the play caller, going to that 5 wide receiver set. You put all these guys out in space and create one-on-one matchups. It's very tough on this defense to try to win all the matchups and give the quarterback credit for being able to find where he wanted to go to be able to come up with that touchdown.
So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. Solid coverage here. They get it at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field. They've got a choice here in the final minute. Do they get aggressive, try to cut into this lead, or play it safe and point toward the second half? It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Defense is coming after him. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a 3rd down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Throws it to the right. Incomplete for a 3rd straight play.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, boy, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
4th down, look at a throw for it. Pressure is coming. It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window.
Chris, I think I could hear him calling out blocks after that pick, or was it the defensive coordinator next door up here in the booth? Either way, they were looking to score after coming up with that interception. The offense, if they did anything right, it was keeping them out of the end zone.
And he just throws it away there. Safe move. Had nobody open. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. And he's back to throw again on 2nd down. Lets it fly to the wideout. He's got it right near the end zone. He'll be stopped short a couple yards from the goal line. Looks like one more play here before halftime. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. So on 1st down, the field goal unit will come out there trying to get 3 points before the half. And it's good.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for 3, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break. Fields it just outside the goal line. And the coverage team brings him down as the clock runs out in the first half of play. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Guys, one of the best atmospheres in football, and we've got a fun one from Happy Valley. And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most.
And the Razorbacks will kick this away to start the second half. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. And the Penn State offense is back out on the field. They've got to get things going here. Turnovers on back-to-back possessions. They get the second half started with the running play. Breaking free at the 35. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. Big chunk gain in the first play of the drive sets them up near midfield in 1st and 10. They'll run it to the right side. Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
The defense coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
2nd down after that previous play. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
Hey, nice RPO here by the offense. Defense is going to sit back, make it easy on the quarterback, hand it off up the middle. Nice solid gain. Stay ahead of the chains.
And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. Finds room at the 30. Tackle is finally made, but not before it's a huge gain down to the 25. The Nittany Lions pick up enough yards to keep this drive rolling. 1st down, looking to throw the football. Short pass finds the tight end. They get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. As the tight end flexed out into the slot, looking for a matchup there, Kirk.
Well, it is a matchup because he has the size where he's very difficult to be able to match up for his safety, and he's got the speed to be able to outrun a linebacker. That's why they like to flex him out like that and be able to pick up nice big gains like this.
And the Nittany Lions looking to punch it in here. It's 1st and goal. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he makes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. That's a crucial response by this offense, but still plenty of work to do here in the 3rd quarter.
Well, I love that they're still fighting and competing. You can tell they've made some adjustments at half and try to get them back into this game. And that score is a great start.
And the PAT is good. Second down play coming up for this offense. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Grab down the middle. It's Wolf. He's brought down, but the gain moves the ball to the 39.
Nice read here.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Looking to chuck it again. And he dumps it off to the tight end. Gain moves it to the 24. That's a fresh set of downs. Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Lets it go quickly. He's a wide open receiver, complete. And a big gain moves the ball across midfield all the way to the 39. The Nittany Lions looking to crank up the tempo a bit.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. Let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big game.
And he's got his man open downfield. And they finally stop him down at the 5. Solid gain on that catch and run.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
The offense knocking on the door with a 1st and goal. Takes the handoff and he'll head left. They finally corral him at the 1. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Here's a run to the left looking for the touchdown. And he's wrapped up short of the marker there as the time runs down here in the 3rd quarter. Now the offense will call a timeout here. Something they didn't like about what they saw there. Wanting to make an adjustment before this critical down. 3rd and goal, try to make it on the ground. Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State. That's a crucial score. Let's see if they can build momentum and complete this comeback.
Well, I know they're still trailing, but that score is a great first step in trying to break down this lead. You don't want to leave it all to the 4th quarter when the pressure really intensifies and you have limited time.
Extra point knocked right down the middle. And as we take a break, take a quick look at how the national rankings stack up in the chase for those playoff positions. We're set now for the 4th quarter. Who is going to make the crucial plays to take home this W? Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Returner tackle right there. That's where they'll start the drive. And the Arkansas offense is back out on the field now. Fresh set of downs for the offense. 1st down. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
An inside give now from the shotgun. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What's an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up 3rd down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
Caught over the middle. It's Wolf. Defense makes the stop very close to a 1st down.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the 1st down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this 4th down and short.
And on 4th down, the punter sends it away. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. And the Penn State offense gets back on the field. Let's see if they can keep that passing game going. The last possession, very efficient and precise. Crosses the 30. And it's good for a 1st down to the 36.
You know, all week, the defensive coordinator told us about the quarterback, he told us about the receivers and how they're going to throw the football. But, man, they better get locked in on stopping this run game because that was a big-time game.
And you'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Single back. Takes the handoff. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Here we are late in a close game. Crucial play coming up. 3rd and long. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big third down defensive play.
Well, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in a football game. An incompletion on third down and long. Hey, it's a bit of a risk, but with that clock looking the way it looks right now.
That's the third pick tonight thrown by this QB. Not much on return there, but a great interception to give the offense the football at the 42.
Really nice job of mixing up the looks here by this defense. Sometimes man, sometimes zone. They fool the quarterback here completely, and he throws the pick.
Breaks a tackle on the play and makes a decent gain.
Man, just complimentary football, really, in a nutshell. They get this football back thanks to their own defense, creating that turnover, working with the lead like this. Really, it's all but over. Now the offense is just thinking about running the football and working that clock.
Good enough for first down yardage. So the clock stops as we head into the final 2 minutes of play here. This defense needing to step up and make a play now. See what the call is on 1st and 10. And they'll just try to run some clock here, keeping it on the ground. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
He'll hand it off. And just a short gain this time. They're able to get him down. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. He'll be taken down. The defense rises up with a sack at a crucial moment. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. So on fourth down, out trots the place kicker in a very big spot here. The attempt is no good. And the lead remains at 2 after the miss.
Boy, this guy's usually more reliable than this. I thought that was going to be an easy field goal and 3 points, but instead, he misses, so you walk away with nothing.
And the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field. This drive is important. Last one and an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Oh, nice play by the defender. Got a hand in there to break up the pass. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. I wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of holding that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
Offense getting set here, needing some big plays to get into field goal range. The clock winding down. Now in the final couple minutes, here's a deep shot. Catch made wide open way downfield. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. They have jumped in front in the final minute.
Here we go. They take the lead. What an amazing comeback by this team and this offense. Now it comes down to can their defense hold the lead with under a minute to go.
So the lead is 5 here in the fourth quarter. But for taking the lead, they'll kick it away here and hope their defense can make a stop on this final drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 27. That's where the drive will start. And the Razorbacks offense is back out on the field. Here we go. Crucial situation. They've got time to run a few plays. The defense can't just back off here and play too passive. Caught quickly. Breaks loose at the 40. And the offense will spend a timeout, stopping the clock with 22 seconds remaining. We've got to get points quickly here. Looking for explosive plays right now. And looking to throw now on first down. Using his legs on the scramble.
Well, I thought the defense had him here, Chris. He should be down in the backfield, but instead he gets out of the pressure and actually picks up some positive yards.
And the offense takes timeout to stop the clock with just 11 seconds remaining. They need to score quickly here, trying to dial up some big plays. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. And that pass rush has trapped him. It's a sack. And a timeout stops the clock with 8 seconds remaining. Offense needs points quickly here, trying to dial up some explosive plays. Let's see what they've got called. Looking to throw it on third and very long. Just gives up on the play, throws it away, and now it's fourth down.
Chris, this is it. Last shot here. Let's see if anybody can come up with a miracle play.
Down 5 late in the fourth quarter. Of course, they're going to go for it on fourth down. Looking to throw for the first down. Just gets it away, taking a shot. And that last pass falls incomplete. That will do it. Game over. Well, Kirk, we thought it might be this kind of a game. Very small margin for error in this game. Who was going to make the crucial play at the end? And they did it to get the W.
Yeah, Chris, when games get tight like we saw here, it really comes down to who's the better coach team. Who's going to execute better? And just as importantly, not letting the moment get to your head. That's a nice win for this head coach and his team.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. defense.